Let's welcome Fred from Jumbleberry. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so you specifically mentioned the word Blackhat and also Whitehat. Wait a second. Like what? Do you just say 100 to 300% ROI?
100%. That is 100% true. We have certain affiliates.
Wow. Okay, that sounds good to me. A little bit more about like the Whitehat and also like the pro and cons of it. And furthermore, we are talking about like something that is being rolled on a daily basis. Where do you see, our industry in the next 6 months?
Like in 6 months, we're gonna have much more language-specific offers. It's not gonna die, guys.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Ben's Talk Show again. So on the last episode, we had Mufeng, who was kind enough to share with us some of the techniques that he has been using on how to run Nutra campaigns on Google Ads. Okay, and as we can tell that the Nutra vertical is actually very, very popular among the affiliates and also whoever that are running traffic online. So today we have a very special guest. He is from the network side. Yeah, so he's basically an affiliate manager. And, usually, this is the type of people where they get to see the data, whatever is working, whichever offer is converting well, and the trend, what is like the existing trend that's very popular or even, is making people money. So, let's welcome Fred from Jumbleberry.
Always here to help. Faye and your team, they're great. And anytime you need help with anything, I'm always here to help.
Cool. I appreciate that. All right. Yeah. So I guess the topic today is going to be a little bit interesting. Yeah, because I guess most of the time, like when people when they wanna know like what is crushing for other people right now, and yes. I think usually the best medium would be the affiliate manager. I mean, like without reviewing too much information, right? Yeah, but at least they get to see, okay, whichever offer is crushing, and what would be the trend. So yeah, so I think that is where we're gonna be focusing on today. But before that, how about just tell our audience a little bit about yourself and also your background.
Sure. So I actually got into the industry back in 2009. So I've been in it for like 10 years now, like a long time. So when I first got in, I worked at Mundo Media. And back then, the big vertical that was crushing it was like mobile pin submit offers. So like your IQ and your horoscope. So that's how I got my entry into the industry. And actually so funny story. So when I first got in, about 3 months in, everyone at the network was crushing Nutra. And then back in like late 2009, Oprah came down with a bunch of like CNDs on acai berry. And, everybody was like getting out of Nutra. And I thought, you know what? Oh man, Nutra's dead. I'll never be able to make money on Nutra.
You can't be hearing that over and over again. It's like every single year, Nutra is dead.
Exactly. And here I am 10 years later and it's still going. So I say that story because a lot of times, leading up to like the whole MasterCard changes, everyone was going to say Nutra was dead and Nutra's dead. And you know what? The thing with our industry is that it never really dies per se, but it always evolves. So
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was at Mundo Media for about 6 years. I worked in Luxembourg, managing their European office out there, and then came back to Toronto and started working at Jumbleberry, and been focusing on the Nutra side of the business. So in the end, my experience spans from like an affiliate manager, biz dev, working on the advertiser side. I've seen pretty much all facets of the business. I've seen the trends come and go. I've seen the ups and the downs, really. And
wow.
Yeah,
so I guess if anyone was to ask anyone about, what is like the scene of Nutra, or like even directions, then I guess you would be the best person to go for.
Yeah, the thing that I always sell myself on whenever I'm talking to an affiliate is that I've owned a business before in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So I had like an e-com dropship business. So I know the challenges of owning your own business, especially in this industry. There are a lot of different facets to managing a campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always promote myself as, listen, use me as an extension of your business. And I'm going to help you resolve any challenges you may face because I've been in the industry so long, I've seen so many different challenges, and that's how I help my affiliates. I really focus on helping them grow their business, helping them increase their profits.
Right. That's good to know. All right. So tell us a little bit about Jumbleberry. What does it do?
Yeah, for sure. So Jumbleberry has actually been in the industry since about 2009 as well. So we've been here for 10 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah. The thing about Jumbleberry that I would say is that the management is very strong, very stable. When people think of Jumbleberry, there have been a lot of networks that have come and gone. And to be a network that's still in this industry for 10 years is something that we're very proud of.
Mm-hmm.
So the first 9 years, we were primarily focused on running Blackhat Nutra.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the main vertical that we ran. It was the only vertical. We do Nutra really well because of the fact that we're able to develop really strong relationships with our advertisers.
Okay.
And those relationships, we're able to get exclusive offers, high paying offers, offers that really convert. But in the last year, we've actually started to diversify into some other verticals. So we do some CC sweeps as well.
Okay.
But the next big vertical that we've been working on is Whithat Nutra. And that's it. To be honest with you, it's pretty much the same thing as the Blackhat side in terms of the traffic and how you promote it. Really, is very similar. In the end, on both sides, we help brands acquire customers through paid channels. That's what we do, Jumbleberry.
Right. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so you specifically mentioned the word Blackhat and also Whitehat. So I believe that some of the audience, they might not know, what are these terms about. So would you be able to elaborate or even define them? Like, how do you call something as as a black hat, and how do you define something white hat? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's if you talk to lots of people in the industry, the term can vary and whatnot. But how we like to look at it here is, for white hat, is if you run this offer or you promote certain angles for this offer, is it Facebook compliant? Is it Google compliant? Is it native?
Okay?
Are you allowed to run it without having to cloak? If the answer is yes, that's considered white hat. If the offers or the angles that you're trying to promote are not compliant on the main traffic sources, then we consider that black hat.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So all of our
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. All of our white hat offers that we work on that white hat side, all of them you can run on Facebook, Google native, uncloaked.
Okay. Yeah. So okay. So we talk about a black hat and white hat. So can you tell us a little bit about the advantages of running black hat? Why are there still people choose to run black hat over white hat? So what are some of their main reasons that you think people that they still wanna stick to this black hat?
Sure.
Because from what I heard, if you are decided to go after this particular game, then you have to, have a lot of reserve of the advertising accounts. Yeah. So is that true?
Yeah. So Black Hat, it's every year it evolves. It gets a little bit harder, obviously. The traffic sources, they get smarter with their abilities to detect ads and angles and offers. But I would say the main reason why guys run Black Hat is the ROI. The ROI is just, it's actually crazy sometimes to think that you can have a business that generates, 100 to 300% ROI on like.
Wow! Wait a second. Like what? Do you just say 100 to 300% ROI?
Yes. Now, 100%. That is 100% true. We have certain affiliates hitting those numbers. That's definitely true. But I can explain a little bit later on, like how that's happening. But the main reason why affiliates run Blackhat is because of the ROI. It's just a lot higher. Like, let's say, even if you call it 50% ROI, which if you're running Nutra at 50%, that's at the lower end of the ROI spectrum. I would say 100% is a good average. Like an affiliate that knows what they're doing can hit 100% on like a good campaign.
Wow.
So that's the advantage of running Blackhat. The other advantage as well is that you don't really need to come up with content or angles. A lot of guys, running Blackhat is very difficult. So, there's the media buying aspect, there's the account management aspect, and sometimes guys, they don't have time or the resources to hire out teams to write new copy or content. And so it's much easier for them to use an angle that's proven that works. And that's another advantage of running Blackhat is that, in terms of angle creation, guys are pretty much using the same thing all the time.
So you just pretty much rip and run as long as you have accounts.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Wow. Okay. That sounds good to me. Yeah. Right. So, we spoke about like the advantages of running Blackhat. So how about like the cons?
Accounts. I mean, accounts. Like definitely the biggest challenge right now facing Blackhat affiliates is that I would say every, couple of months, Facebook comes up with an update. And so what you were doing before to launch and manage accounts may not necessarily work anymore. And your accounts are being shut down a lot quicker. And so the key to running Blackhat is that you need to constantly test out new strategies.
Okay.
If you are of the mindset that you're just going to keep doing the same thing, you're not going to be successful. And so the Blackhat it takes a lot of toll. It's very stressful.
Okay.
You constantly need to have access to accounts. You constantly need to be launching accounts and testing new things.
Yeah, I've heard similar stories on that. Yeah.
Yes, and that's separate from the media buying aspect. Like Blackhat, you have this other sort of business that you have to manage in terms of account management, whether that be for Facebook, Google, or even native. And it takes up a lot of time and it takes up a lot of resources.
Okay, so I guess at first, Blackhat, it really sounds attractive. Yeah. After you have brought out these points, I think, if there are so many challenges right now, behind running Blackhat, so why do people still run it? Like, is it because of ROI? Like, why they do not choose to run something Whitehat? Like,
so yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about like the Whitehat and also like the pro and cons of it.
Sure. So I would say a lot of times, one, the affiliates, they understand that with the Whitehat, you're going to get a lower ROI. So like, let's say on average, Whitehat ROI is between 20 and 40%.
Okay.
Now, I've talked to a lot of Blackhat affiliates and I pitch them on Whitehat. And these are guys that are going through a lot of issues with their accounts. And I say, hey guys, I have this option here. You won't have to worry about accounts. But what they say is, for the amount of work that they have to put in, even for managing a Whitehat account, they'd rather put that work into Blackhat and make more ROI.
Okay, so wait a second. So like the amount of work that is required. So does it mean that like by running Whitehat offer, you gotta like do a lot more stuff as compared to just running Blackhat?
Sure. So let me explain Whitehat now. So the main benefit of running Whitehat is that you've just completely eliminated a whole task in your business in terms of sorry, man.
Yeah, no worries.
In terms of like managing accounts and having to launch accounts. So you don't have to do that anymore. Like when you run the Whitehat offers, you put it up on your account, chances are it's not going to go down. And so the benefit is you get some kind of stability. you get consistency.
Right.
Some affiliates just are tired of the black hat game and of fighting their traffic source. You know, Facebook is $1 billion company. And they have a lot of resources, and some affiliates, they don't want to fight that company. And so what they do is they want to work with them. They want to run offers that are approved. They understand that the ROI is less, but at the same time too, if in the business world, 20% ROI is pretty good.
That, you know, I wouldn't mind having that at all.
Exactly. So like, that's what I always tell the affiliates is that 20% ROI is very good in the business world. I know in affiliate marketing.
And we are talking, and furthermore, we are talking about like something that is being rolled on a daily basis.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And then the other thing as well is that with the Whitehat, now you can build an actual business that, you know, if you want to grow it out and work with more established brands and more established companies, well, now your business is a lot more attractive if you're looking to build something to sell. Right. And that's something that affiliates are looking for as well. So those are some of the advantages. In terms of like the challenges of running Whitehat, the number one thing that you need in order to be successful with Whitehat is content creation.
Okay.
So, you know, with a lot of these Whitehat offers that we bring on, sometimes, you know, there aren't any angles out there that guys can rip. And so you need to come up with your own angles. So all of the advertisers that we work with provide a lot of creative assets. So that's one thing we always go for. But at the same time, just because you have those creative assets, if you run like the standard advertiser given like images or videos, those don't necessarily convert. The successful affiliates are the ones that are able to use those assets and come up with an angle, something unique. And then they crush it, and then they can blow it up.
Right. I think, because at the end of the day, when we talk about this, online marketing, it is still back to marketing. Like one has to know what are some of the selling points or even USP that we can present it to the customer so that we able to get their attention and then eventually get them to make the purchase or whatsoever actions that we want them to do.
Yeah. So my top Whitehat affiliates, I would say what makes them great is that they have copywriters, they have designers, they have people that can make their own creatives and angles themselves. And that's something that certain Blackhat affiliate teams are actually doing as well. Like our top Blackhat affiliate that runs Nutra, he doesn't rip pre-sale pages. He creates his own. He has an internal team that has copywriters. They design it and they create their angles. They'll run the angles for a few weeks. The angles will die out and then they'll create their own, and they're not ripping off of anybody. And they are a monster of an affiliate. And so like, I would say the biggest thing that I can take away from being a network and working on both sides is that regardless of if you run Blackhat or Whitehat, the top affiliates right now are the ones that are able to create their own angles, create their own creatives.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point, because I think it has come to a point where, because the algorithm of Facebook is so advanced, like even on our site, we realize that if we were to use the same material, on different accounts, it will somehow get affected, as in terms of the audience quality.
100%, or even if the account goes live. So this is something that multiple super affiliates have told me. If you're using like an image or a creative that gets banned on an account, you shouldn't use that image on another account. Facebook will recognize it, So if you want to have success, you have to keep launching new ads, and that takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of resources. It takes money, and some affiliates, I would actually say most affiliates aren't willing to do that, but I'm here to tell you that if you do, you can make a lot of money.
Wow. Okay. So sounds like there's something interesting going on behind that. So can you just tell us a little bit about what are some of the stuff currently trending on both Blackhat and also Whitehat?
Sure. So on the Blackhat side, so what we've seen is since about last year of summertime, before last year's summertime, we always did the majority of our volume with trial offers.
Mm-hmm.
And last year, keto straight sale came out, and that was the hottest new vertical.
Yeah.
And then affiliates started to see and understand that, okay, they can be profitable with straight sale. They don't have to worry about quality, like rebuilds. They don't have to worry about caps. And so we've seen a shift now where a lot of affiliates prefer to run straight sale. And as a network, the majority of our revenue right now is on straight sale, especially on the Blackhat side, as well as the Whitehat side.
Okay.
And so, earlier this year, we had an offer that accepted all geos. And then now guys, that was a big offer. And guys understood that, there's some countries out there that are smaller countries but have high ROI. And so they're testing all these new countries that maybe we've never had offers for. And that's the new trend right now on the Blackhat side, is that we're getting into all these new geos that we've never had offers for, good offers. So like right now, the top offer on the network is an offer that accepts all of Latin America.
Okay.
And it's, some of the geos that are converting the highest, like you would never guess. If I were to pitch you on an offer, let's say, and I were to say, hey, Ben, we're crushing Chile right now, you would
Chile?
be like,
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. If I were to tell you Chile is the best geo on our network right now, you'd be like, no way.
Okay.
But it is. And so that's the trend, is we keep launching offers now for new geos, because there are so many pockets out there that have less competition and have high ROI because the traffic cost is very cheap.
I see.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the Blackhat side.
That's the Blackhat side. Okay. Then what about, because like from what I, some of the things that I spoke, I spoke among guys in our industry, and I do notice that there is somehow a very high resistance for these bigger guys, to jump into straight sales. Like I think they find it so difficult to convert from running a trial offer to SS offer. So why do you think? Of course, first of all, I would like to know whether you are seeing that on your end, and secondly, if that is the case, why do you think so?
I see it a lot less because honestly, Ben, the majority of our volume for months now, I would say all of 2019, every single month we're doing more in straight sale than trial.
Okay.
It's huge. So like we have a lot of guys that have converted. We still have some affiliates that are like, nope, I'm going to keep running trial, and they love trial. And the main reason is just because you're looking at, so that when the user gets to the checkout page on a trial, they have to pay $5 and they get a free product. Whereas on the straight sale, you're looking at packages anywhere from $50 to $150.
Oh, wow.
So the number of sales and conversions that you get on a straight sale obviously is going to be a lot lower.
I imagine that, especially for geos that have probably they have yet to expose to such higher price product.
Right, exactly. And on the trial side, the Facebook pixel just fires a lot quicker. It gets warmed up a lot quicker. The traffic cost will be cheaper because you're actually getting conversions. And so it's a little bit more challenging on the straight sales side, and that's why the trial affiliates are a little hesitant.
I see. All right, so I guess that's for the Blackhat side. So tell us about the Whitehat side. Like, what are some of the trends that you are seeing right now? And
Sure, man. So the Whitehat side is super cool. What we're doing here at Jumbleberry is really different than any of the other networks out there. Whereas a lot of other networks that are doing Whitehat are focused more so on like gadget offers.
Right.
We're sticking to the health and beauty niche because that's what we do. We know it very well. And so our strategy is we go out there, we look for health and beauty advertisers and brands that have good products, that actually have a brand that they care about. And we pitch them on the CPA model. Some of them have already heard about CPA, others they don't. And so what we do is we go in there and we manage the entire platform from top to bottom. So we'll create a sales funnel for them. We'll create a pre-sale page. We'll get them to share all of their lookalike audiences. For some of them, they give us access to their Facebook page. And creative assets is a must. They have to provide us with all creative assets and a lot. Because thing on the white hat side, you need to come up with your own angles and creatives. And so what we're seeing right now, like the beauty is that we're partnering with companies that actually care about their brands. And that's what Facebook loves right now. Facebook wants to work with brands. They want to work with people that, you know, they care about the reviews. They care about you know, running a successful business. And because of this, what we're seeing is we have offers that have unlimited budget, so no caps.
I like the word no caps.
Yeah, no caps. And I love it too. And they can scale up as much as they want, and they don't have to fight Facebook. They don't have to worry about Facebook coming and shutting down their campaigns. So now they can focus on either scaling up, testing new angles. They can focus on other parts of their business. And that's what we're doing here at Jumbleberry, is that we are taking on a lot of the content creation in terms of like the pre-sale page. So we're taking that aspect from the Blackhat side, and for every white hat offer that we launch, we always create a pre-sale page. The advertiser posts it. We're seeing like CTRs between 25 to 38%.
Oh wow, that is very, very high. Yeah, it's a white hat offer.
Yeah, and we're getting very good at running these pre-sale pages and them. And the last thing that I'll say, and what has actually allowed us to really be successful on this side, is that we developed the technology that allows us to provide direct links to affiliates. So instead of providing the normal affiliate redirect, we actually provide a unique link to the advertiser's domain that goes to the pre-sale pages. So there's no redirects.
So there's no redirects. That is exactly what Facebook and Google love.
Yes, exactly, right? And they love it in terms, so it helps in terms of their accounts lasting longer, and it also helps in terms of keeping your traffic costs lower, because we did a split test between running affiliate redirect links and direct links, and the traffic costs were always cheaper on the direct links.
Oh, wow. That is some very interesting findings.
Yeah. That right there is the key to our success on the white hat side.
I see. Okay, so in that case, let me just try to clarify, because you were mentioning that it is a direct link straight to the advertiser's product page.
Yes. It'll be a direct link straight to the pre-sale page.
The pre-sale page.
Advertiser posts.
Right, the pre-sale page. So usually, from what my understanding is that in order for a certain click to be tracked on any particular tracker or even Jumbleberry's platform, we gotta be using the network's own tracking link, tracking URL. So in this case, if we were to use the direct link straight to the pre-sale page, can this particular click still be tracked? And also, like, can we still monitor the conversions and stuff?
Yeah, so with this new tracking, like the technology that we built, we can manage every single event in the funnel. We can provide data on the clicks to the CTR and whatnot. But because you're running direct and there can't be any redirect links, you can't run with a tracker. You have to just run direct, and then we give you access to all of the data as well. So that's how it works, because if you were to use a tracker, then you have a redirect in there, and then it would just wouldn't work as efficiently.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, basically what you guys are doing is, hey, you know what? I'm gonna help you guys to save the need of a redirection link. I will just give you a no redirection link, because that's basically the URL the user's gonna see. Yes. Right. Secondly, it's like, okay, you don't have to track. You don't need a tracker anymore. We will take over the tracker role for you.
Yes. And that is, I think that's the biggest selling point. Whenever I talk to affiliates about Whitehat, that's the point that they love the most, because they know that the redirects, no matter what you run, if you're running like affiliate links, Facebook still doesn't like that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they know it. Okay, so if you were to talk about some of the offer recommendations for Whitehat, so like what would be some of the offers that you would recommend to our audience, in case some of them they would want to start getting into this business?
Yeah, so right now our top 3 offers. So number 1 is we have a pain relief offer. It's like a patch that you put on your body and it just relieves pain for the user naturally. 2, there's a hair care this company, basically what they do is women go on their site, take a quiz, and then they can build their own shampoo conditioner.
Oh,
yeah, they can
so it's
choose.
kind of like a customized.
Yeah, customized. So they choose the ingredients, they choose the scent, they choose the color, they get their name put on the bottle, and then it gets delivered to their house. So this is just a company that, man, like if you go on their page, they have amazing reviews. People just love the company.
Wow.
So that's a unique one where you're
I
actually
think that is
working.
pretty unique, yeah. And
Yeah,
I think most importantly, it's somehow aligned with Facebook, because Facebook, they always want people to be able to interact with the website or whatever URL that you know people are driving traffic to.
Exactly, and it incorporates. We built a really good pre-sale page for it. The advertiser, they have a quiz funnel. We know from the Blackhat side, quiz funnels work really well.
Yeah.
And it's actually just a great product that women love. Like it's just a great product. Like if you were to run ads.
Wait a second, did you guys help build the funnel, or is it like some effort that's being done by their own internal marketing team?
Oh no, we help build the funnel as well. Because a lot of times these companies, their specialty is, you know, building the product, manufacturing it, but they don't really understand conversion rate optimization, and that's what very specialty comes in at.
Right.
And then the last one is we have Keto Whitehat. So it's like keto brands that actually have celebrity endorsements, influencer endorsements, and you're allowed to run on Facebook and Google.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. That's good to know. So are you trying to say that all these offers, they have been whitelisted on Facebook?
Yeah. We haven't ran into an offer yet that we brought on that makes our affiliates lose their accounts.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, like we have affiliates that are getting up to like $80,000 a day, $90,000 a day, and they aren't accounts. Yeah, like legitimately. And just to be honest with you, it took us a lot of work to get to that point. Like running Whitehat from a network perspective isn't easy. There are a lot of challenges that you have to overcome, but we've put a lot of effort and work into it, and now we're finally starting to see like some really good results for our affiliates. And
that's good to hear.
Yeah, and they're expanding out to multiple offers as well.
Yeah. I mean, you know, 80,000, 20% ROI. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. And you know, the thing with the Whitehat side is that, you know, once you start getting into, like, we actually rather work with less affiliates on this side, and more affiliates that we can partner with, so we can give them like exclusivity, because on the Whitehat side, it's important to protect your angles, have some kind of like differentiation as well. And that's why exclusivity in terms of like building you a custom sales funnel is something we do for affiliates as well.
I see. Yeah, that's good to know. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, you know, Fred, you and I, we actually both of us, we have just got back from the conference in Barcelona. Yeah. So, from what I heard, you know, even people they are talking about, there's just so many. I would say more and more Blackhat marketers, they are quitting.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So like, I just want to know, why do you think this is the case, and where do you see, you know, our industry in the next 6 months? Like what? Yeah.
Sure. I can tell you, I know exactly why they're quitting, and it's very frustrating fighting Facebook. You know, it's one week, you can have one good week out of the month, and then 3 bad weeks. Sometimes you can have 2 good weeks and 2 bad weeks. Sometimes it could be just good days. You don't really know. There's no predictability. So it's hard to have a business where you have no idea what your sales are going to be the next day, the next week, next month. And for certain affiliates, they've been doing that for a very long time, and it gets very frustrating. And sometimes the affiliates, the techniques they were using before just don't work anymore, and they decide they don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
But where I see this industry in 6 months, honestly, it's like, so what we've noticed is there's a high volume of churns, kind of like what you've said. Like there's a lot of Blackhat affiliates that quit, but at the same time, there are a lot of Blackhat affiliates that get into it and that start, especially in the Asian markets. There are just so many new affiliates, like every single day, every single week, every single month. there are just more and more affiliates that aren't tired, that are like, hey, you know what? I'll put in all this work. I want to make 100% ROI. I don't care. I'll work on hours. Like, that's what we're seeing. So I think that the industry will evolve in terms of the types of offers that are being promoted on Blackhat Nutra, but I think it's going to be a lot more straight sale offers.
Okay.
There are going to be more and more offers that are localized to one geo.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like right now, where we have a lot of offers that accept all geos, and then we're building out individual offers for certain
language specific offers, right?
Yeah. In 6 months, we're gonna have much more language specific offers.
Right. Okay. So like for whoever Blackhat guys or whatever that is watching this particular interview, Fred, have you got anything to say with that, or even to guys who really want to get started?
Yes, 100%. So there's a couple of things that I want to say is, one, you have to be a scientist if you want to run Blackhat. So you have to test, you have to determine what works, and the only way you can do that is by testing multiple experiments.
Yeah.
Two is you have to change your creatives and your angles. I know it's annoying, I know it takes time, but invest in someone who can either do that on your team or somewhere that you can outsource it. And then the last thing that I'll say is, and this is actually the most important one, the days of using like farmed accounts or really cheap like Facebook, Google accounts are they're coming to an end. The affiliates who are running Blackhat on like Facebook or Google, they're using real accounts, aged accounts, accounts that just are a little bit of a higher quality. And I understand that there's a lot more cost associated with that. But just Facebook's really good at determining farmed accounts, unless you have a really good technique for farming them or you have a really good vendor that farms. Typically, the big affiliates right now are going with real aged accounts.
I see.
Yeah. And then the last thing I'll say is honestly, every single year they say Blackhat's going to die. It's not going to die, guys.
It's not going to die. Yo, at first I thought you're going to be inviting the Blackhat guys. It's like, hey, you know what? Jump on the board. Jump on board. Whitehat is crushing.
Sorry, what did you say?
Like, I mean, Whitehat is crushing. Like, why don't you guys just jump on board?
Everyone has different business goals. Some people, they just want to make really high ROI. They just want to make a lot of money. They want to make it fast, and they want to stick with the Blackhat, and that's fine. I mean, our Blackhat division is still a very big portion of the business. And it's a business that we're not giving up on. It's not like we're creating this Whitehat side to be like, okay, we're done with Blackhat and that's going to go away. No, the Blackhat is a massive business that generates a lot of revenue, and that will always be there. So
interesting.
What we're doing is we're allowing our affiliates to choose. We're giving them the choice. If you want to run Blackhat, we have these offers for you. If you want to run Whitehat, we have these offers for you.
Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. Okay, so I guess that's the end of our interview. Fred, thank you so much for putting out your precious time. And I appreciate all the sharings that you have done. It has definitely opened up my mind as well when it comes to the Whitehat offers.
I mean, really appreciate you inviting me here. I'm always willing to share knowledge that we have, the network perspective, and anyone wants to work with Jumbleberry, feel free to hit me up on Skype, Facebook, and I'll gladly help you out. I'll give you a link as well to sign up under me, and we can put it somewhere if anything. But I'm always here to help.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you so much, Fred. And let's give you a round of applause. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
All right. Have a great day.
Okay, I guess that's it for the second episode of the Ben's Talk Show. This is Ben. Subscribe to my channel, and I will lead you to explore every single corner of the affiliate world. And I'll see you on the next episode. Take care. Bye.